Hello, friends. It's Uncle Larry. On a Saturday afternoon, I wanted to talk to you about blackface Fender amplifiers, which we all love, right? The blackface Fender came out in 1964 and it ended in 1967 and was replaced in 1968 by the drip edge silverface. Previous to the blackface, the blonde Tolex amps were around, which followed the brown amps, right? So a lot of the early blackface Fenders will say Electric Instruments there instead of Fender Musical Instruments, like this one says. As you can see, here's another later Princeton and a Pro with also musical instruments. So that means that anything that says musical instruments is mid 65 and later, okay? This amp has the original Jensens, and so we all know that every Fender amp has a tube chart on the inside, okay? For some reason, you can barely see there's a 2-letter code that's stamped on these tube charts that tells you the year and the month of these amps. This one is on there, but it's so faded that you can't see it. But I know this is probably 64 or early 65, just because of the features that it has. So let me show you another one. Here's a deluxe. Let's see if we can see the tube chart on this guy. Let's see. It says OB in that bottom right-hand corner. You can barely see it. You see it? Down there. Crudely stamped. So I always remember that J is 1960 for some reason. So it goes alphabetically. J is 1960. J, K, L, M, N, O. 65 would be the year. And then B is the month. A, January, B, February. So this amp is February 65. So you can do that on all these old Fenders. And, you know, it's been said that the 64s, especially in deluxe reverbs, have a bit more juice than the later ones. I have never confirmed this with a true expert such as Ebo, but I've noticed that 64 deluxe reverbs have a little more balls in mid-range than later ones. They get a bit glassier. So maybe someone out there can shed some light on the small circuit differences that causes that. But I've always just really liked the 64s, and any Electric Instruments blackface amp is cool in my book. It's the sound of all the records that we grew up, you know? I mean, it's like blackface Fenders are just a great starting point for any guitar tone, you know, and they take pedals well, and they let any guitar that you plug into it shine as far as what the guitar actually does. When you turn a Fender amp on, an old Fender amp, and this circuit comes alive, and you can hear it come alive with this tone stack and that power supply, it's like putting your guitar through God's PA system. There's just a beautiful, juicy thing that happens when the amp is running right, of course, and that we all love. And there you go. So hope this. I know you guys probably know a lot of this stuff already, all you freaks out there, but maybe you don't. Very basic primer course on blackface Fenders. One last thing. People are always asking me what speakers I use. I use the stock speakers. Like this is I've owned 1 million Princeton reverbs in my life. This one is the best sounding one I've ever had. It's got the stock speaker. I'll show you. Just a original speaker. And it sounds amazing. Let's see if we can see the tube chart on this guy. Let's see. PK. So your job is to figure out what year and month that is. If you know that J is 1960, count forwards from there. There's also a dead giveaway right there. Let's see what you can see the. Let me shine the light on that. If I have a light. Where did I put the flashlight? Speaker code frame is 2206, which is another dead giveaway. All right, friends. See you in a bit. Hello, friends. I'm just sitting here at my little computer desk, and I was just looking at some cool cards. Here, look, we got 1970 Dick Gale Sayers there. Here's a 73 Unitas right at the end of his career when he got traded to the Chargers. There's an old Hank Aaron that Skank gave me. 1970 OJ rookie. Wide Till, tough son of a bitch. And then Sonny Jurgensen, 1970 card there. And then there, in 1979, Topps made a Mexican set of cards, and the Browns were called the Cafes. Pretty cool. And I was looking at my YouTube studio where you can see the analytics of your channel, and I didn't even know this, but you can see the Hall of Fame of total losers that I had to block here. There's like 75 complete fuckwads that I had to block. And there's just a lot of memories here as I scroll through these. Oh, I remember that guy, 6'2". What a douche. You might recognize some of these names from if you're a homeschooler or you've been around a while. Jimmy Freeman, yeah, that guy needs some serious help. Let's see here, any other really memorable? Jump Skirt, I remember him being particularly annoying. David Farmer, he's got problems. Bum Petty, remember him? And then there's that Jack Tripper guy who claims that he tries to act like a musician, but he's not. This is fun to look through these. Wow. Is Teddy Boy on here? He's got to be. Clem Clemson, I remember him. Major Twang. Total asshole. Teddy Boy, there he is. Oh, there's that Emily and Matt guy that thinks that I believe in Satan as Lord, because I went to Bohemian Grove and he totally doesn't get it. Let's see. Anybody else here as we're walking down memory lane? You might recognize some of these names. A Simp Simpson. Yeah, I remember him. So if you've made this list, you have really done something, friends. You are cemented in the Douchebag Hall of Fame. Congratulations.